Maranatha Youth Club will be 30 years.
Yeah.
Nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
But what that did for Kilbarrack.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable.
We used to have, and I only dealt with when they left me in 6th class. Say they would have been used to me in 6th class. The reflection, the prayer, the room, that whole thing. I knew all about that drugs, and I used to do drugs. They left me and went to secondary school.
Right.
We used that as an outreach.
Yeah.
To bring them back. So even though they left, they came back twice a week.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they continued on and so forth. And it had a huge influence on me.
Yeah. And that worked well for many people.
It worked on, and we used to do it at the end of every night. We do probably 10, 15, 20 minutes in a reflection and a prayer.
Yeah.
You understand? And we used to have lights, music, so it's lovely.
Yeah.
And I used to love it. We used to have 60 to 70 teenagers in there.
Yeah.
And we did that with them. Our prayer and reflection was where we were there in their lives. It wasn't hallelujah, God loves us.
Exactly. It felt safe, you were praying, but then you kind of got told. It's not almost like you were getting told. Now I know you have to make your communion confirmation, and those are good times for children because they get to feel involved. That's what they're thinking of. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think it's the holy thing. This generation is changing. It's like, I know.
Yeah, because you're distracted.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. You think it's not cool.
You're distracted. That's one thing. And then probably the club, unfortunately, hasn't helped either with the abuse cases.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's there, and the church has it, which it is. So I was a Christian. I was a religious for 16 years, so I know the background. But you've got to be able to say, okay, it's evil, but it's more good.
Yeah.
The good and bad and everything.
So you don't condemn or judge or destroy.
Yeah.
Just because it's said in the mouth of people.
Yeah, that's it.
You know.
Well, when I went into a rehab, I started writing a book, right, and I was going to call it The Good, the Bad and the Evil, because everybody knows so much about the darkness and the evil, because you see it in front of you on your doorstep. So it's been made attractive now to these children, and the rap music that they're rapping about, and it's like, start selling this, it's an easy, but it's a trap at the end of the day. They're very honest about it, but they have to tell you, it's all a trap, like, you know what I mean? But obviously things like Maranatha around Kilbarrack and the KCCT help to prevent children from falling into that evil. But that's all it is, I believe. It's only...
Well, it didn't catch everybody. But
no. Well,
it's like what you say, if you save one, that's something good,
Yeah. So someone said that to me, if you can save one, and you're talking about...
And you went down to
Kilbarrack, Sister Concelia, that was the same.
Down the town.
Yeah, down that
I used to go down there with telling your dad, your granddad.
Yeah.
I used to go down there.
Yeah.
One fella brought down, spent the day with him. It was a holy day, no school. Picked him up, we had a meal. He went there and got his test, blood labs, everything. You're right.
Yeah, that's it.
We're going to came back up, and it's your choice. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't do it.
Yeah.
He was 10 months.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Some people just can't bear it. Some people take their own life because they can't understand it. And they're fighting a battle against something they don't understand. It took me a while to understand it, but I kind of always had an idea. It is a choice.
But you see, I'm looking at you. Your face is telling me where you are.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's a symbol.
I've been helping a fella for a good while now. He's an addict, not an addict, gambler.
Gambling's one of the worst ones as well, it is. Yeah.
And I brought him through it, thank God. Both the money making is this. I will know when I meet him, I know looking at his face.
Yeah.
But he's in the right place.
Yeah. It's like guilt. You can almost see guilt in somebody, can't you? Instantly, like they're hiding something like that. You know what I mean? You knew. My granddad there always knew if I was straight or not, basically. But just to look as you
couldn't be dishonest with him.
No.
We're looking at his face.
You couldn't look into the eyes.
Yeah.
You can't look into somebody's eyes.
And I'm the same as well, because I would often say to, I would know, I'd go to a class and I know just looking at a fella.
Yeah, whether he's doing to something, or who threw something, if somebody threw something in class, you could kind of turn around and maybe look at them straight away.
And they used to tell me they won't say they wouldn't be pretending, because they knew they didn't,
that's it.
Get a good bollocking so they would, in a nice way.
Yeah,
bollocking, that's the art as well.
Sometimes you need a bollocking in this life.
No, that's how you do it.
It's exactly, yes.
You see, the point is this. Sometimes people are bollocking, but it's abuse.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was kid in parabolic, it wouldn't be abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
I never told a kid in class I didn't trust him.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I didn't trust him.
Yeah.
I said, look, I used to, every Friday in class, you know, just along the you learn little tricks along the way. Every Friday, 6th class, and I used to love the 6th class. That was the most influential time you can spend. It was their last chance.
Because, yes, last
before they went to
chance.
secondary school.
Yeah.
They get a little bit of
To learn
pride and love
yeah.
themselves. Like that was number one. You love yourself. You respect yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else.
Exactly,
All that type of thing. But I used to have a big bubble in the class. I could trust these boys and girls.
Yeah.
And all the names will be in there. In the class, 6th class. And then I have a little bubble down at the end. I cannot trust these boys and girls, but I want to.
Yeah, you want that.
Okay? Positivity, but I want to. I can't trust them, but I want to.
Yeah, exactly. So you
And they used to hate their name going in there, they say.
Yeah.
So every Friday, before they went home on a Friday, to be all sitting up, there's all some your mans as well, you know. And I'd be going there and say, Sean Murphy, trust you 100%. Mary Kate, trust you 100%, Mary Kate. Charlie, I only trust you 80%. Understand?
Yeah, right, Charlie.
Yeah, and you know why.
Exactly. So you're letting them know.
So I go around the class and I thought, Mary, I can only trust you 75%.
Yeah. For why? Would they ask why?
And I'd say, no, they would know why. They would know why themselves.
They'd be wondering.
And you know why.
Yeah.
Or think about it.
Yeah.
And then I come back the next week and I come to Mary and she'd be waiting, you see her waiting. I'd say, Mary, 100%. And she'd go, oh. Now, it's not very simple.
Very good. Yeah. When we had a teacher, never forgot his name.
You couldn't.
He used to give you 2 pence for every question you got with. And at the end of the week, and then when we were making their confirmations, the bishop used to come to give you a confirmation.
Yeah.
But Mr. Dublin got the biggest clap than the bishop did.
Yeah.
Never forget Mr.
But
Dublin.
you see, it's about respect.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's all that type of thing, you know.
And trust as well, because if you don't get an opportunity of trust, then how are you meant to grow from it? You know what I mean?
4 words. I used to get my class. You ask Mark.
I
ask
remember.
Liz, okay. Ask them. What were the words Mr. Fields used to tell you? I used to come across the blackboard, and I used to use these words the rubber across 4 words. They looked at us. It was drummed into them for the year, unknown to themselves.
Yeah.
The first word was respect.
Respect.
Respect yourself and love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't
know
love
anyone
anybody
else.
else.
Yeah.
Always tell the truth. Be honest. Don't tell me lies. Don't tell me lies. Be truthful. Third word was trust. I trust you. I trust you. And if I trust you, respond to the trust.
Hey, thanks very much.
You're so kind.
Keep hydrated.
Come here, did you have a nice holiday
When?
in Spain?
Oh, back in April.
Back in April.
Well, it only
This
came
year,
on Facebook today.
I have to keep with the times. It's
I'm
probably a
not on
memory, is it?
Facebook. Oh, they were all pictures. They were all pictures.
And I was putting down I like.
Just like me anyway, but I'm home.
Of course you do, yeah. Yeah. Here you are. Take that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Lovely, thanks very much.
But anyway, and what was the fourth word?
Fourth word. What was the first? Respect. What was the
Respect, be honest,
Honesty.
and trust. I trust
Trust,
you.
yeah.
And I say that's the greatest compliment anybody can give you. I trust you. If your parents turn around to you and say, I trust you,
Yeah.
that's the greatest compliment they can give you. And then they go out and you go down the road and do exactly what they said, then you broke your parents' trust. That were the 3 words. What was the 4th word?
So we had respect, honesty, trust, and the fourth word. What do you think it is?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. What is
No,
it?
no. The 4th word is forgiveness.
Forgiveness. I've been seeing a lot of that now lately.
Now, do you understand? Because forgiveness, because we all are fragile.
Yeah.
We all need forgiveness. We all hurt one another. And forgive. And that was Jesus. His message was a message of forgiveness and love.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
That's it.
Forgiveness. Those 4 words were drummed into them, and they believed in it. I saw one year up on Facebook, what are you doing for the new year? The words that Mr. Fields taught us back in 6th class.
Yeah.
Respect, honest, trust. And I'll never forget the fourth word. I got a text from a fella from Old Junction. I'm not going to mention his name. Bit of a superstar. Good how skinny he was 2 years ago. Anyway, he came into me one day on Facebook and said, trust, honesty, and respect. I never forget them. He didn't mention the fourth word.
Yeah, forgiveness.
So I, what they call it, I
sent him a message.
I sent him a message. I said, by the way, tell me what was the fourth word? Asked me, said, yeah, what does your father work at? And I said, and after I said it, I regretted it.
Right.
Because I got a bollocking from the superior. I said to him, he's only a painter.
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it, but I said it. Now, why I said it, I don't know. But straight away, he flipped and lifted me out. How dare you? You should be. And you know what? I came from Corporation Dublin. I'm proud of being and my family, the whole thing. Born in Galtimore Road, the whole thing. We were from one corporation house to the next. We ended up over in St. Anne's Estate.
So you're a Southsider.
I was born in Galtimore, but we moved over very quick. But the point to make is this: you should never forget where you came from.
Never.
And my family, my father used to paint the gasometers.
Yeah.
Oh, when the gasometer, you probably grew up around
Well,
all the
I
places.
remember I started work in 1960, only 15. And what you're talking about, these gasometers,
Yeah.
big huge house, right?
Yeah.
Going in the morning, the thing was down here.
Yeah.
And these fellas are up,
That's right.
welding it and painting it.
Pulled them up so on the pulleys.
And when we came out at dinner hour, I couldn't believe it. It was up in the fucking air. Oh Jesus, they're doing some work. I didn't know that.
That's what my father
Yeah.
did.
The gas in it is what
And I had a
brings
great,
it up.
I had a great childhood as well.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, great
Yeah.
childhood. But it just shows you what the lives of the superior. I mean, I was a brother at the time.
Right.
I was only about 20.
Yeah.
When I was going out teaching that year. But straight away, he took me on. And I said to myself, I didn't really mean to say that.
I know, yeah.
But I never forgot it.
Yeah.
And that's why in Kilbarrack, I could connect with the people so easily.
Oh,
Because that was my rarity, that was my bring up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like today, you can still go and see the same faces, and they'll always remember you for who you are. And what,
I mean, that's it. I just listen.
Being yourself.
Listen, what are you doing? If you can treat people with respect and dignity,
Yeah.
now you can. I mean, I would have been tough, in school to the extent you wouldn't have messed.
Yeah.
You messed once, you wouldn't mess twice. That was it. That was fine.
Yeah.
But I did it. They always said, "No, you did it fairly.
Fairly,
You did it
yes.
fairly. You didn't sort of abuse us, or you didn't
Do you know what it is?
ridicule
You've
us,
done
or
it
you didn't look down on
fairly.
us."
You've done it fairly, but not with fear. You know, fear is something once it gets put into a young child, the thing can affect them for.
It's like another thing, Robert. Like fellas on the sideline shouting at kids.
Yes.
Now, when I was on the sideline with the kids, you'd hear me down flipping Drumcondra. Seriously.
Yeah.
Down Drumcondra. But when it was roaring, I was all encouragement.
Yes.
It was all advice.
Yeah, there's no
I
putting
wasn't-
anyone down.
I
There's no
wasn't
putting anyone
okay,
down,
but
yes.
you stupid, easy.
Yeah. No negativity.
No. And I used to even say to the fellas years ago, you know what, I regret giving you fellas a slap years ago. Mr. Fields, you did us no harm.
Yeah.
You always did it fair.
Yeah. Fair, not unfair.
But at the same time, I still regret
Course.
that I ever slapped a kid in my life.
Yes.
But that's the way it was in those days.
Yeah, those
All right,
days,
Paddy?
yes, it
When we
did
went to
change,
school,
yeah.
we met a teacher who was fond of the strap. It could
yeah.
be torture.
Yeah.
But then we met somebody like Mr. Dobbs.
Mr. Dobbins, yeah. Mr. Dobbins.
Yeah. He wasn't a brother at any stage, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Mr. Mr. Dobbins.
Definitely not a brother.
Yeah, Mr. Dobbins.
But I went to Francis Street Christian Business School, so I learned all that a lot.
Wrong.
But
That's
anyway.
but that's the way it was.
But
Yeah.
things change, times
And,
change.
but look, nowadays it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
So what would that have meant when you were in school? What sort of treatment would you been getting if you had the? What was it
You
like
get
then?
the strap.
Yeah.
You always got the strap.
I slapped fellas.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But not only did you get them on the hands where you're supposed to get them because of the flesh, but you get them on the back of the
But I
leg.
would no, I never but I would stop now, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
I might even say to a fella, I sit down.
Now you talk about being truthful, I'll tell you a story on the kid. And we used to go to confession in Francis Street. We're coming up the hill and anyway, young, say, come on, we go on the hop. And we got out of the queue and went on the hop. And anyway, when we came back into the school, the teacher, the course, now I have some information that some of you lads left the party when we were going for confession. Now, if you tell the truth, we won't do this, that, and the other. So that's what turned you off telling the truth. We told the truth, and they fucking lashed us over with the letters.
No, I agree with
Even
you.
after you said you had to come and clean, so you got no reward for telling the truth.
Yeah.
So that'll make you sneaky then. That'll make you want to tell a lie in the future. I think.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But see, the methods, it's trial and error over the years as well, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the generational
You know what?
change.
You know what? It's all about respect.
Respect, yeah, it is.
If you treat a child with respect,
yeah.
You
can learn respect.
And anyway, you see the sex education they're doing now.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was with this girl on a lovely summer's night up this house.
Right.
It was getting hot and heavy. And she says to me, if you had an overcoat, I'd like you. I ran home and got my dad's fucking army overcoat. And I came back and she said, what are you doing? I said, you told me we got an overcoat, you let me.
Tried to get lucky there. Well, look, that's what you do. But now, I now respect it, because I said my father always brought me up with respect. You know, as in never raising a hand to anybody, like never mind my mother or my brothers. You know.
No, look, I from meeting your mother and father.
You know, yeah.
You know straight away.
Yeah.
It stands out of mind.
Most people
and
are
in class, the kids who came from homes where the family was good.
Yes. Yeah.
Those kids were you know, it was the kids who came from
The rougher. Yeah.
and no support. And
Yeah. It was rougher.
But at the same time, they were the kids I used to look at.
Exactly.
Especially.
Yeah.
Of course, because they need the extra little bit of attention, because they're not getting that at home. You know? And you can see the ones seeking attention. They're usually the ones that are acting out of turn for no reason. Because look, children are innocent at the end of the day, and when they act out of turn for no reason, there's always a reason there behind it somewhere. I think. But like, you know, we grew up with a fella. I won't name any names out, but I grew up with a fella, and he was a bollocks in school. But I grew up to find out, you know, that his mother was struggling with addiction.
Absolutely.
And I never knew that before. But when you find out, you kind of say, oh, well, that makes
There's a reason
sense.
for this.
Why he was so angry and why he was so... But he didn't talk about it, which is another thing. And not talking about it these days, I think, is very difficult. Like, if you're not speaking out loud, like I tell my younger brothers as well, even though, look, you're my brother, don't be afraid to come to me if you're feeling like upset. You'd rather go have someone there to go and speak to than, you know, feel like you need to be a man. What's a man? Define a man, like, you know what I mean?
In this day and age, you can't.
No, there's only mice around. There's only mice around this day.
There's sheep and there's elephants and there's fucking everything.
Different, there's genders, there's everything. But see, that's the thing, you can barely talk about it because there's so many people taking offence in racism, genders, all this stuff. So I think there's a lot of hullabaloo over it. So I tend to not speak about them.
No,
topics.
what they call it. I think that there's a place for everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
And everybody should be welcome. But you know, when it's in your face all the time and all this other thing, you're better off just keeping it. Respect and look, you don't push anybody.
Yeah, very, you know, fragile towards it. Especially the older generation. Because I know I had my other grandfather on the other side would be giving out left, right, and centre. He's real old school Irish, inner city Irish. He was born in.
But look, listen, you know, when that's you know, you've got to try and understand them as
Different
well.
era.
Different, but that's what we call it, just generational. That's what I meant. Generational interchange, which then I found a sense not of comfort in it, but look, it was like I didn't want anywhere I settled. You know, it was either because it'd be, you know, when you're going through stuff at home, you know, you'd be kept through a little bit of stuff at home. Like my and dad didn't necessarily throw me out. Would have said that back in the day. I chose to live because I chose a different type of life.
Yeah.
But for me, like growing up, it was, you know, in a friend's house, you know, but like by choice, you know. I'd never say, Jesus, this is you know, this isn't my choice, because it was. So I chose to do them things, but you learn from it then, you know, the nights when you don't have a bed to go to or a couch to go to.
And like with your parents with their rules.
That's the thing I couldn't learn. I couldn't get it into my head.
But you can understand it now.
Of course, yeah.
I see, but the point is this, you're lucky.
I'm blessed.
Because there's so many fellas who never come to understand it. And they're now in their 40s.
Now you have it.
They've never... You were, and probably the influence of your mum and dad and your granddad and Brenda and all them, I mean, they had a huge influence unknown to you.
100%. Yeah.
They always spoke from the heart.
Well, I always knew I could go to
the bush.
the granny and granddad. I knew I could always go there if, you know, let's say if I felt I couldn't go directly to my parents, which was the first people to go to. I knew I could go to Nanny and Granddad. Then next door there was Auntie and Uncle. Then across the road there was an Auntie and Uncle. Then another Auntie and Uncle. So we were all very close-knit family. You know, and still are. You know, you have to say you can't walk up the road without seeing one another. So we'd have no choice. But I think that's beautiful as well. You know, no matter what's going on, at least you know your family's there outside.
Absolutely.
Because look, at the end of the
Look,
day, I'm blessed.
because so many people don't.
Luck isn't even
Yeah,
a
but-
word for it. You know, some people don't even have a mother and father to begin with. I know friends of mine.
I remember ringing places where a fella was staying, get a bed for the night, taking them out of skips,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, well look, that's the hardest part. I've been there by choice, that's the thing, and you know what I thought I said there's people here without a choice. You know, why would you choose to do this?
And,
you know?
and have you rediscovered your faith?
100%. The down in Sister Concilios where it started, it began down there, I'd say. And
Okay.
it grew then when it came out because, you know, I was trying to figure out a lot, you know. I have faith in myself, you know, to keep, no matter how hard life gets, I always, instead of now thinking God is against me, like I said earlier, I think God has given me something to work on, something to improve on, something we can challenge, because I pray every day for improvement, but you will not improve unless you work hard for it. So, like, you know, you could say a prayer and something will break and you say, right, well, I'm going to have to clean that up. Why did it break? Because it shouldn't have been there in the first place. Just little lessons you teach yourself on a daily basis. But that's just my way of coping. Like, some people choose, like, AA, CA, you know, Gamblers Anonymous as well. All them programs, I have to say, I found a lot of comfort in the rooms of them programs down in Concilios because it was other people that shared such a story that you shared.
No, we done with Sister Concilio for.
I was down there for 3 months. I done the 12-week alcohol, and you know they had CA groups once a week and
Were you the youngest person down there?
I was the youngest down there for the first 3 weeks. I was the youngest in my group, and then the youngest down there for 3 weeks. I was only 20. I was 23 at the time. I was actually there this time last year. I was only getting out, and something sparked in me down there, and I knew there was a lot of harsh realities I had to face when I got out. But I also knew how sensitive you could be when you get out. So I went through a breakup after I got out, and I did. I had a slip, and I said, you know what? I took one look at it, Dick, and I said, I've told Paddy this as well. I said, I knew this time if I went back in there and going in alone, you know, whereas I had before, my nanny helped me with times when I had the cocaine addiction. I spent 3 months in the hospital when she was sick. But to me, that was the best 3 months of my life, you know, getting to spend with my grandmother before she passed on. That was, for me, divine timing, you know, so that's how I believe. But also on that note, you know, no matter what, the family have always supported me in every way, shape and form, especially this man sitting here, Paddy, and my nanny as well. But, you know, I just found that I can't use my nanny, you know, as an excuse to, like when my grandmother died, I was like, right, she seen me get 7 or 8 months sober, and then, you know, I went and got a bag at the funeral because of the pain and the hurt, and that's the excuse. But relapse is a choice. Like the same when I broke up with the girl this time, I chose to go back, you know, but this time was different. I knew that this man wouldn't be following me again. My nanny's not following me. She'd follow me spiritually and look over me, but there's only so much she could do. And then also my family, my mother, father, brother, everybody was saying, right, this is going to make him or break him. And I had to let it make me this time. I knew I had, like, and there was a lot of faith lost in other people in me, which I can understand because of my past, but I know for a fact I'm doing the right things and making the right steps and right moves to get to where I want to be. I took a big break from work, with people saying, why are you not working? You know, I took 6 to 8 weeks off, and it was financial struggle, but it was mental, you know, thriving, you know, physical thriving, going out into nature, kind of sitting with myself, meditating, because I could never sit easy with myself as a child. And I'm sure you've seen many men like that, you know, going through concilios or in the prisons. People just can't sit with themselves.
Have you been in prison?
No, I haven't been in prison, thank God. You know, I was blessed, you know, at least I went to, people think, you know, some people say rehab's worse than a prison because you don't have the drugs. You still have no, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's the best place you ever went to. It was better than any.
in prison than there is in
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So, essentially, rehab is just, you know, prison without the drugs and you're getting clean. It's a straight.
Yeah, but look, to me,
it's not a prison.
that you're able to sit there
Yeah.
and express yourself the way you're expressing and acknowledging your grandfather and your grandmother.
Oh yeah.
That's a great sign. It's a great sign to me.
Yeah.
You have been given a gift.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that.
And all I would say is use that gift
And he's a great artist.
with humility. Don't put yourself up in a pedestal.
Never.
Don't put yourself I'm better than anybody else.
We're not creator.
But you understand? Just be there. Do it. Use the gift God has given you for the good of people.
And don't do any more than you feel is right to
But
do.
humility is very important. Be humble.
Yeah.
Be gentle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
You know, and also there are times you're going to struggle again.
Of course, you know that. The tests come.
It's not going to be all plain sailing.
Well, we're all heading the same
Do you
direction.
understand?
Yeah.
So the very fact that you experience what you experience will help you the next time.
Oh, every time. It gets a little bit better every time, you know,
Yeah,
but there
yeah.
shouldn't be a constant
Yeah.
domino effect, you know, where everything falls down. You should just be
No,
able
it
to...
won't, no.
I've learned something along the whole journey, and the best thing I've learned how to do is to, when something happens, just take a minute. Instead of reacting on an action, you know, take a step back, breathe for 1 minute, think about it, and your whole reaction will be different if you just think for that 1 minute. Because if you act on your reaction in your head, you're gonna kind of lose the rag. If you're angry or someone made you angry, but if you meditate on it for just 10 seconds and say, right, if I say that, it's gonna cause a big argument, and I don't want to waste my energy on that. You know, it's that simple. It's that simple.
He's pretty mature for his age and all that,
And that's not what I'm looking for here now, Dick. I'm not looking for that. I just want to see younger people as well.
No,
see
look, that to me,
it's maturity,
you know, that to me, the very fact that you looking at yourself, but at the same time, it's not stopping you from reaching out to others, and especially reaching out to the margins.
That's a good thing.
Because that's to me, my life is
Yeah,
reaching out to the margins.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
Reaching out to them and using your gifts
exactly.
to be there for them. And do it sensibly. Don't think you're going to save the world. Don't think you're going to succeed with every person you're not. Unfortunately, because people have choices.
You can lead a horse to water.
We don't criticise or we don't blame. For example, if I made an appointment now to see a fellow who wants a bit of help, and the first day turns up, and he's all going home, then you go back the next time, and he doesn't turn up.
Yeah.
Instead of turning around and say, feck him, he could go do his own thing. But he says, you've got to realise that's the way he is. You don't judge him or condemn him. You give him, you always be there to give him another chance.
That's exactly what you do.
Well, chances, if we didn't get a chance off people in this life, where would we be, Panda? You know?
So listen, anyway, I'm having problems with my voice, unfortunately, you know. And
Too much singing.
My singing days are over,
I didn't know that.
I got the cancer.
Oh, did you?
Remember I got cancer? You probably remember it. 2013, after 46 years teaching, I got cancer of my vocal cord.
I never knew that, Dick, actually, myself either. No.
When now Louise and Mark, they
I know.
Yeah, I got cancer. I was retired. I retired in 2008. I brought the kids from Kilbarrack off to Africa.
Deadly.
Kim Carroll and Sinead Blake.
I'm sure they've all remembered that.
Unbelievable. It was a great experience for them. Now, I planned to do it again.
Right.
But then, before I went, I was hoarse.
Right.
And I thought I had polyps on my vocal cords. It was an occupational hazard. So I went to a consultant. And when I came back, he told me, you haven't got polyps, you've got cancer. So I go down the road of radiation for 6 weeks, every day for 6 weeks. I've come through it.
A lot of studying when it comes to what you can and can't say.
No, to me, and Paddy will know this as well, when you're dealing with vulnerable people,
100%.
and they
trust
you. And you know, for example, I would speak about somebody, I wouldn't give their name to it.
Yes,
no
that's
names.
Okay. But there's one rule I have in the podcast is no names.
No names, and another thing is this, that if I was, what do you call it, if I listen to something, they know whatever you say to me stays with me.
Exactly,
That is
confidentiality.
That's so important. And to, you know, to break that, I think you shouldn't be doing it then.
Come here, there's a lot of people that break that confidentiality kind of thing, and I've broken it myself, and it's not something, it's like trust. Once you break it, it's very hard to get it back.
Look at the 4 words.
Yes, and if you break any of them, they're very hard to regain.
And you know what? I've done all my course. But I'm a psychotherapist. I've done psychotherapy, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I've never used it as a business.
No, just to help people.
I couldn't use it. I couldn't sit down and listen to somebody telling me the risk, taking the risk. And I'd say to you, well, that's €60.
and the rest, you'd be very cheap.
Boy, would you feel guilty?
Me?
Yeah, if you'd done that, would you feel?
No, I would never even think of doing it. I call myself a street psychotherapist.
A street psychotherapist.
Or a gutter psychotherapist.
Yeah, but I better tell you what, you get more information, better knowledge.
And I meet a fellow anywhere.
It's because you have your heart's in it, though. See,
as a profession.
That's a different story.
And I know I must respect that.
Yeah, of course.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think if you put 100%,
I would have been always there now for.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it.
But if someone
can you help me? That's, we'll meet you.
Yeah. Well, if someone puts 100% into wanting to be say a psychotherapist because they feel like their heart and soul, that's going to make them happy. They feel like they're working.
College and everything.
No, I'm
Well,
never
that's
going to.
it.
Yeah, I'm never going to.
Everyone's on their own journeys.
Yeah, but the point is, I was able to do. I was teaching and doing
Exactly,
the course
yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I didn't sort of need it as
Yeah.
as a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And from my experience of doing it, I just said to myself, no, I'd be fellas, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
What made
and-
you do the course and what was the
Just
intention?
the reason, I just get.
You're part of his journey.
You're
again,
part of the
what
journey.
he was doing.
In other
we were-
words, just to give me a little bit
We're
more
teaching.
guidance.
Yeah. Well, it would add to it, like, you know,
Of
what I mean?
course.
You're helping people more in a way.
Yeah.
Like, you
And
know.
I've always done that all my life.
Yeah,
I'm behind you 100%.
yeah, 1,000,000%. I feel
Keep it humble.
very, yeah.
Don't think you're going to save the world.
You can't, unfortunately, as much as you'd love
You
it,
wanna-
sometimes you do. Really?
Well, probably to save the world for some
I
person.
saved a few people.
Yes,
but-
exactly.
Yes,
Yes.
say, well, I'm talking.
Yes.
That's exactly
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Paddy saved my world many times.
You know.
You know, but that's what it's all about. Giving back then once I saved it.
You didn't worry. We only dealt with it. Yeah. We only. See you, Donna. God bless. See you, girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Well, that's it. But